Good evening to all of you all. I was born and bred in Klang. I was born in the year 1970, and I was born in Pandamaran, and then stayed there for 8 years. Then moved to Palm Grove in 1979. My father and my mother, together with we are 9 children, and 7 boys and 2 girls, and I am number 8 in the family. Obviously, this is my mom, because she is the one who was at home with us all throughout the day, whereas my father is more of a breadwinner. But nevertheless, I was the most favorite child in the family. One day when I tried to skip school, by giving all kinds of excuses, I know that early in the morning I got a slap for not getting up on time and going to school. So I tried to give all kinds of excuses like having stomach ache, having headache, or feeling vomiting and all that. She says, "No way, you go to school now." I think everybody knows that I have a pet name, and because since I'm from Klang, everybody calls me by pet name. It's only those who are new to Klang would not know what is my pet name. Well, you see, my godmother is a nun, and she gave me a German name, Frederick, which I think my father and my grandmother and my grandfather found it very difficult to pronounce. So they find all ways and means to try to find a shorter name for me, and that's why they came up with the name Tom. Of course, like all other youngsters back in 1980s, I used to enjoy Richard Marx's "I Will Be Right Here Waiting For You." And I still love to listen to the song if I get a chance every night. I was a very obedient boy. You may laugh, but it's true, I am. I was much loved by my teachers, even people around me in my neighborhood, and they always go and tell my mother, "Such a lovely boy." And I was more of an obedient child at home. At those days we have nothing much to do outside, so we are most of the time at home, and we were so fortunate to have a field right in front of our house. So even if we go out to play football or play games or run around the field, there's no way to come back late. So my mother was very happy with us. My hobbies, those days when I was a young boy, we used to get and catch fish in the drain with some of my friends who are in the neighborhood. We used to go and catch a lot of fish, especially this ikan sepat. It's not from the river or where, just from the drain. And I like playing football, and also I took up playing volleyball in the seminary, and that seems to my game of interest. And when it comes to liking football team, you all know I like Liverpool, and it was introduced to me by my brothers, who were hardcore fans of Liverpool from the younger days, and so they have brought me into liking Liverpool, and till today I'm stuck with them. I was an altar boy, I think for almost 4 years or 5 years, as early as when I was in Form 2 until Form 5. And after Form 5, I was roped in to become a catechism teacher, to teach and to help out the catechetical ministry under the guidance of the late Sister Justin. For many of you who are seniors in this parish, you would know that she's a wonderful nun, but highly disciplined and very strict person. I don't know, it just naturally that is in me. I think from the younger days I used to like animals, especially dogs. And then as I told you, we used to go and catch fish, we used to take a container and rear fish. And even did some operation on a fish also, me and my friends as well. But never really got to like cats. Not that I hate them, I just never really got to like any cats. But here I have so many dogs. Now I have a peacock, I have other types of parrots and doves, and also some cockatiels and all that. I feel quite comfortable with them being around, listening to the nature, listening to the animals chirping, barking, and making noise. Somehow I find that it makes me to relax. Role models, of course, has to be Jesus Christ for each one of us, but in life I see that so many priests and nuns who have touched my life, coming from a religious background where two of my aunties were nuns themselves, my father's sisters, who are also from Klang, and they have instilled in me the seed of vocation, and that made me to look upon them as a role model. I used to visit them during school holidays and stay with them to see what they are doing, their pastoral activities, their reach out to the poor and the underprivileged, and also help their work in the those who are specially able people, places. So that really touched me. Yeah, moving on from being altar service and then being a catechism teacher and a helper in the ministry, I was also roped in to enter into the OLL Youth Ministry, right? So we used to help out first in all the activities, reaching out, and most importantly organizing events and so forth. There came a time I was chosen as the Vice President of the Youth Ministry. Back in 1989, I was one of the vice president. We organized a lot of events, both spiritual and social events as well. We organized a lot of outings, and one of it, major event that we organized for our parish is the Love and Life program, which was conducted by Brother Damien, Lasal brother. And he was a pioneer in this program, which till today, Love and Life program is ongoing and touching the lives of many young people. The youth ministry was fun, was interesting, because we used to have, we used to pray together, and we also had a vocation club where we used to gather every Wednesday with a group of people, and we pray for more vocation to the seminary, to the priesthood, and to the religious life. That is one of it. We used to organize events as Christmas night or Easter night, with of course with food and with dance by the young people. All will be held in the Lourdes Community Hall, which well participated by many youths, who are now still parishioners of this parish, who have already now reached the age of 40, 50 or 60 now. And they used to enjoy the youth ministry because an event that used to keep them together and bring them together. And the youth ministry was very much alive, because this is the place where we can gather. This is the place where we can be at home, and this is the place where our parents trust us to be. Still? Yeah. Yes, very much. But more since I came here, I still keep in touch with the former youths of this parish. Some who have already migrated to New Zealand, to Canada, and also to the United States. But many of them are still in Klang. Some have moved out of Klang. We have very good contact with each other. We have WhatsApp group where we send messages, we send greetings, and we also try to meet up at least 2 months once or 3 months once for a casual gathering. And that keeps us going, that keeps us to linger back to the memories of the past and to treasure what we used to do in the past. Of course, the youth ministry. The youth ministry is supported by many people who are actually, when they know that you are interested or you're aspiring to become priest, they are a good source of support. And that's where they really encourages you. And believe me or not, during my ordination, my whole youth ministry was here to help to organize the whole event. And I'm really grateful for what they have done for my ordination. And even right up to today, they keep on supporting and keep in touch with me. And Father Benedict Saurimutu, who used to be the Parish Priest of Our Lady of Lourdes Church, is a very motivating person. He's a hyperactive person, very energetic, always on the move. So much so, we used to call him the late Father Ben, because he's always late for meetings, but he makes it to attend all meetings. And he's a very friendly person, reaching out to the youth, reaching out to the servers, reaching out to the elderly, and reaching out to the orphans, and even specially challenged people. And you know that during his time he even opened a Kappa orphanage home, and also a home for the intellectually impaired adults in Klang, to help these people to cope up with life. And that was a source of inspiration for me to serve God and to serve in the ministry of the priesthood. Why is that? I suppose, well, that's a very tough question to answer. I suppose that it's the nature of a person. You know, I used to be a very introvert person. I used to be very, very introvert. And I'm not a person easily to be known, or a person whom you can easily spark a conversation with. And I will take time to know a person. If you wish hello, I wish you a hello. But it takes me about 3 weeks to 1 month to know who you are, and you know about your characters or whatever so. But along the journey in the priesthood, I realized that many people yearn for the love of the priest. Many young people yearn for the priest to love them, to care for them, and also to be their friend. And this is where I learned to change myself from being an introvert. Not that I'm extremely extrovert also, but I'm able to understand the life of the young people. But the young people know that I'm very strict, that I'm very disciplined person in that sense. But the thing that I believe what makes me closer to them is that I trust them. And in building that trust, they are able to mix with me well and share their life, their joy, their sorrow with me at any time of their life. Even after me having left their parish, they still come back to see me. They are in touch with me. Even after they are married, they are still here with me. And I find that that is what every parent should learn how to do. Yes, of course, for us, family, church is what all about. And for us, church is a very important place. And if you tell us to come to church every day, we would come to church every day. Not only to pray, but to lepak all the time. So much so our parents have told us, pack your bags and go and stay in the church. Right? So, but they didn't mean it lah. Okay? They can't afford to lose us, I suppose. But today, the difference is that the youths have everything. everything in life, but they don't have it in the family and they don't have it in the church. That is the saddest part. What is lacking in the youths today? The lack of unity, the lack of love, the lack of oneness. I find that most of our young people are very lonely and they are caught up with all these gadgets, handphone, iPad. Even once I was caught with iPod. When I was somebody presented me an iPod, I used to listen to the podcast and used to listen to songs, that so much so I don't care to listen to anybody else. And today, it's a situation where we need to revive the life of the young people. First, in the family, where parents learn how to appreciate them, love them as who they are, and to know that the differences that are in them could have been the same as in the past, as when the father or the mother was youngsters. It's not that they were different and the children is different. Both are same. Only time has changed, situation has changed, technology has advanced, okay? But what we do, what we did in the past and what we are doing now is still the same. Well, it means a lot to me. It's not only spiritual but also very motivational. When it says, young man, I say to arise, well, it helps us to arise from our slumberness, from what we are doing may not be energetic, may not be benefiting to ourselves or to others, or even to the family, or even to the society. Maybe we are caught up in doing things only for ourselves. We are not seeing the world at large, the society at large, or even the church at large. Young men, I say to you, arise is a wake-up call. Wake-up call for every individual, every young man and young ladies and girls who are in this parish and also who are all over the world. We have to arise from our slumberness. We have to arise for the glory of God. And that is what it means to me, so much so where Jesus gives motivation to this man, to young man, to arise and to get back on his feet and do what he's supposed to do. Arise. And I'm very happy with all the young people in the parish, for they show a lot of eagerness to come, not only to pray, to attend catechism or to join the church choir, but I've seen in many aspects of the parish life, in the celebration of the feast day, in the social events of the family day, or even in any prayer group, or even I've seen young people gathering for VEC masses. It is a positive sign. It is not only positive, it is a sign that our young people are waking up, arising from their slumberness to be the real children of God. And therefore, my advice to the young people today, keep up the good spirit. Work for the glory of God and not for the glory of men. And that is what St. Irenaeus tells us. Whatever we do it for the glory of God. And today, when we do something for the glory of God, we will surely be rewarded in time to come. So in this final message to the young people in this parish and also to all the parishioners whom I love and cherish, in this lockdown, it is a very unprecedented time for us to be separated. Even though physically we are separated, spiritually we are united. We are hopeful that this pandemic will be arrested. People will come back to their normal life. Their anxiety, their stress, and also their pain will all be uplifted. So the Lord may show them mercy and compassion. It is not easy to go through this time, especially to sit at home and do nothing. But we can keep on praying. We can keep on WhatsApping each other. And this is the time to care for one another, to call each other, to find out how you are doing, are you keeping well, are you eating well, and so forth. And to this, I'm very grateful to all the parishioners of Our Lady of Lourdes and even the youngsters, the youth ministry as well. They always come and check on me. They send me food to eat. A lot of parishioners send me a lot of things to make sure that I don't go hungry, that I don't go thirsty, so that I don't lose much weight. They are hoping to keep me the same as I am, and they have showered me with a lot of love, with a lot of messages, and most importantly with a lot of prayers and blessing. I pray that in this Holy Week which is approaching soon, for the intentions of all the parishioners and for the intentions of all the young people in the parish, that I dearly miss you all and love you all, and pray that soon we will get the opportunity to be together. So my dear young people, happy World Youth Day. Please shine and rise together with Jesus Christ. God bless you all.